Chilling video here showing the moments a shooter opened fire at a high school ice hockey game in Rhode Island. Police now reviewing this footage showing the scramble to escape the gunfire. Tonight we're learning new details about the person behind the gun and the possible family dispute that may have led to this deadly shooting.
The night before the bloodshed, the 56-year-old dad, who underwent gender reassignment surgery in 2020, also made an ominous post on X. In response to a post calling trans Democratic Representative Sarah McBride a man, Dorgan wrote, "Keep bashing us, but do not worry why we go berserk." Dorgan also posted a similar response to a post from conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. In other X posts, Dorgan offered his support for the Second Amendment and ICE and his disdain for abortion. Dorgan also appeared to be a Nazi sympathizer and had a history of spewing anti-Semitic and racist rhetoric on social media, making repeated references to white power and white pride worldwide in several post replies. The day before his rampage at the hockey rink, Dorgan posted an anti-Asian slur as he replied to a video praising Adolf Hitler. One photo posted online even showed Dorgan brandishing a large SS symbol tattoo on his right arm, a reference to Hitler's secret police force.
A crazy situation unfolded at a high school hockey game yesterday in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, where transgender father Robert Dorgan, aka Roberta Esposito, opened fire in the middle of the game on his own family, shooting 4 and killing 2. And what makes this extra tragic is the fact that after the shooting, which was ended thanks to a good Samaritan who actually intervened, Roberta's own daughter made it very clear that her father suffered from mental health issues.
This woman says the shooter was her father.
What was the reasoning? Was there a family argument?
He has mental health issues. He's just very sick. If you have a loved one who you think is sick, trust your gut.
And while we just want to get to the bottom of this situation and mourn the lives lost and see what we can do to prevent situations from this happening in the future, there is a question that we all unfortunately have to ask. How many more transgender mass shootings are we going to endure before we accept the reality of the situation that we are faced with? We are told that we need to affirm trans people, trans kids, anyone identifying as trans. We are told that if we don't agree with or play along with their mental illness induced delusions, then we are somehow bigoted, insensitive, and we are not doing our part to be inclusive and to perpetuate unity. But the reality that I'm seeing, and I'm pretty sure you're seeing it too, is that no matter how much you affirm these people who are suffering from this very tragic, very sad identity disorder, no matter how much you affirm, there seems to be those among their ranks who lose control of their mental stability, and they show this or display this in the form of mass killings. Roberta Esposito pretty much was what you would think of when you consider a biological male who believes to himself to be a female. If you look at his pictures, I don't know if, he had top surgery where he gave himself woman-like breast, but from the images, it looks like he did. He's a pretty big, burly guy, real ugly woman. Not someone who can easily pass for a woman, but because Robert suffered from a mental health issue that was not identified and treated according to the true treatment regimen that should be prescribed to his situation, but instead was someone who was pacified and allowed to continue to live within his delusion to the point where he lashed out at a hockey game and murdered 2 people. And there seems to have been an ongoing family conflict. Uh, the authorities say that the shooting was targeted. They say that Robert or Roberta entered into the hockey game, the high school hockey game, with the intention of opening fire on the people whom he sought to kill. And at this time, we don't know if his daughter was one of the people he wanted to kill, but what we know is 4 people were shot, 2 people died, and it is an absolutely tragic situation. And what makes it even worse is that this could have been avoided. This could have been avoided. So what we're learning here is that Robert uh, basically entered into the hockey game, and the victims the people he was after were members of his own family, and his intention of going there was to shoot these people, and he opened fire, and it was a good Samaritan inside the arena who intervened and attempted to subdue him. So understand, you have a man dressed like a woman who thinks he's a woman opening fire inside of a high school hockey game, and a good Samaritan jumped in, risked their own safety to subdue this attempt to subdue this person, and the police are giving this person credit, saying that it was due to his quick thinking and his decision to act, which kept the situation from escalating and prevented more lives from being lost at the hands of Roberta Esposito. There's video footage of the situation, and there was actually a live streaming sports broadcast, which actually was able to capture all the audio, the shots, and everything. And it sounds like, if you listen to the video, Robert shot about 13 shots. That's a lot. 13. He only managed to hit 4 people, but he shot 13, which shows he was definitely he was definitely attempting to take out more people. This is really, really sad. The governor of Rhode Island, Dan Mackey, and other local officials are expressing their devastation over the event. The FBI's Boston division has been deployed to assist local police in the investigation. This sounds very familiar, doesn't it? This sounds very familiar. We already know, if you think about Rhode Island, in recent news, we know that they have a hard time solving crime and getting to the bottom of situations. So it's good to see that at least now they have a motive, unlike certain crimes that they've pretty much dropped the ball on in the past. We all remember what happened with the Brown situation. The ineptitude of Rhode Island's law enforcement apparatus was on full display, but thank goodness someone intervened. So Robert was quickly identified. His motive was quickly determined, and it's just a tragedy. There's no other way to do it. But we got to do something about this mental health situation in America. I mean, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? As Americans, we all have a choice in this. Are we going to keep playing along with these people who need serious help when it comes to their mental stability? Or are we going to actually stand up like damn human beings, like Americans, help these people get the help that they need to at least remove one dangerous element from within our society? If you walk around and you're a woman who thinks you're a man, or you're a man who thinks you're a woman, at the very minimum, you need to be evaluated to see if you have any violent thoughts that could lead to you hurting someone else or hurting yourself. And the biggest aspect of this whole thing is many of these transgender people, while not being violent, they've been fear-mongered by society, certain elements within our society, to believe that everyone hates them and everyone walking around wants nothing more but to kill them and harm them and hurt them. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm about as regular, I'm about as American as apple pie. And I have never once in my life thought to hurt someone simply because they are a biological man who enjoys wearing dresses and thinks he's a female, or a biological woman who enjoys wearing suspenders and overalls and thinks that she's a man. I've never thought about doing that. And I'm sure those of you who watch this video, you've never thought about that either. So in my opinion, I live in an area very close to a gay community. So, and in my opinion, I feel like many of these fears are really unjustified. Uh, Definitely the fires of this fear is stoked by the mainstream media, the NGOs, nonprofits, and lobbyists, and uh, uh, even private citizens who collude with these LGBTQ plus IA organizations to continue to call attention to a threat that is not really there in an effort to secure federal and state funds to enrich themselves and the people who are a part of these schemes. What immediately comes to mind is like Black Lives Matter, right? Lesbian-led organization, LGBTQ-led organization. They secured $90 million in the name of Black men and women who are killed by law enforcement. And at the end of the day, what did they deliver? They enriched themselves and built incredible, very impressive stock portfolios. So this is what we have going on. We have significant numbers of people within our society being purposely brainwashed and radicalized in the name of the enrichment, all for the enrichment and wealth generation of people who honestly couldn't even care less about them. Uh, I send my condolences to the victims. Hell, I even send my condolences to Robert, man. It's sad. It's really sad that we've reached a point in America where not only men and women are in a state of psychosis, in a state of mental breakdown, and they can't even get the help they need because people want to use their illness, their sickness, and their suffering as a political weapon against whichever side of the party that they're of the aisle that they're going against. And it's just not right. But let me know what you think in the comments about this situation. Do you think that we need to start doing mandatory government regulated and supervised assessments of people who reveal themselves to suffer from identity disorder or transgender identity disorder? I don't even know what you would call it. Do you think that these people are not a threat because they just represent such a small amount of the population? Or do you believe that it's better safe than sorry and these people should undergo extensive evaluation before being released into society? Do you think we need to bring back mental health institutions where people can be held until they are deemed fit to re-enter society, or where they can be held for an extended period of time if they do not agree to participate in these evaluations just to keep us all safe? I'm gonna let you tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this. Till the next time, take care of yourselves, but most importantly, take care of each other. Till the next time, peace.